Welcome to the United Way Drive for City of Lansing employees.
Welcome to the 2012 United Way Kickoff. We're excited about what we can do together. Live United. Let there be no doubt. We know the people of this community are caring. We know there's a lot of need out there, and we know we're stronger together. And the United Way last year provided over $1 million in grants to over 52 programs that help people in this community. And that is the way you know your dollars are going to be properly invested and spread out throughout this community in a variety of great ways. This is a generous community, and of course, here we are at City Hall. Our workers here at City Hall are generous as well, and they're a part of the solution every day in the jobs that they do out there on the street. Our workers keeping the streets clean, keeping them safe, on and on. But they also want to be part of the solution in terms of helping folks in need in the community, even in a financial way. And so even in these tough times where there have been cutbacks at City Hall, our workers are rallying together for this campaign here at City Hall to give the United Way, to raise money and be a part of the solution. Mother Nature has already started out in a rather ferocious way. It promises to be another cold winter. The cold nights have started, and we need to make sure that our families are able to have some assistance with their heating bills so that we can keep all the families warm here in mid-Michigan. And we can all afford to do something. Our main message here as we get this campaign rolling is that we're looking to increase participation. We can all afford to give something, and whatever you can do will be put to the greatest possible use. No gift is too small, and I'm told, Teresa, that no gift is too large.
That's right, Mr. Mayor.
For the United Way to accept and to put to good use. There are some stats. We could spend all afternoon talking about the stats. 1 in 4 children in the Tri-County area live in poverty. In 2011, 4,477 individuals were identified as homeless. And it's been quite an increase, and there's been an increase in the number of single mothers with children in that homeless category, which is particularly troubling. And then a number of our children are missing meals. It's an average of 8.2 meals a week that our children are missing, and that's even with the free meals that are provided at school through the school lunch program. So there is something you can do, there is something we can do to make a difference, and that is coming together and support this United Way campaign. We are kicking off another campaign, and we're doing that united. It is the United Way, and we are united here at City Hall. I'm proud and pleased to have with me representatives of the IAFF, our firefighters, the FOP, soups and non-soups, our members of our police department, Teamsters 580, UAW 2256, and Teamsters 214, represented here today as a part of this united campaign. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about what the United Way stands for, what it does, the difference that it makes every day. We all do our best day to day, and the United Way is always there with great programs for that social safety net for when people slip through. When in spite of all of our best efforts, there are still people in need, the United Way and its programs are there to help those in need in this community. So without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to the campaign chairs, this year's campaign chairs, Evan Pincinel and Tony Connolly. Did I say that right, Evan?
You Frenchified me, Mr. Mayor. Should I talk with an accent for you?
Thank you so much.
Here, I'll let you go first, Tony.
We want to thank everyone who is going to participate in this, everyone in the city. Everything that you give will stay here, and any amount, whether it's big, as the mayor mentioned, or small, will go to help some needy folks. I'm one of those people who was affected by this. As someone from a single-parent home with a parent who at one time, as we were waiting to get funds from my mom's first paycheck, we were living in a car. There were United Way programs that helped us find food. We had the opportunity to take shelter also, and my mom declined that, saying we didn't need it, someone else needed it. We had a place to live. Those programs helped us at that time. Also, when I was in school, there was places for me to go. There were things for me to do in structured environments that made my mom feel pretty comfortable and made me feel safe. As we grew up a little bit more. My mom made some terrible choices, and we were in environments where we saw things where we had to partake in situations that were violent, that weren't good emotionally, that weren't good for us physically. There were programs that helped us get out of those environments. And now, as I'm able to work with this program firsthand and help other people, and hopefully have my children do the same thing, I have gone through these programs. I have seen what they do. And I'm really fired up to be a part of this. I'm so glad that the mayor and that the city is taking part in this also. Many of us have no idea who can be helped by these types of programs. A lot of folks won't come forward and won't let us know. A lot of people are too prideful or just embarrassed for the help. It's programs like this here in our community that will help. So once again, we thank you for everything that you have done. Everything that you can give now, whether it's a penny or more, it makes a bigger pot, and it will help a lot of people. Once again, thank you so much for everything you've done and that you're going to do. And Mayor, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Tony. Nice job.
Tony. And let me echo Tony's thanks to you, Mr. Mayor, to everyone here in the city, all of our representatives, and to our Live United, United Way volunteers. And since I'm going to talk a little bit about the other side of giving and talk a little bit about spreading the word, I'm going to do it in a social media format, so 148 characters or less. I'll try my best. I might need to have a few more extensions on that. But Tony talked a lot about the financial side of giving for the United Way, and that is very important because that's how we, of course, get our funds in to help out the community and to make a difference. But this year, the Live United campaign is really reaching out, and we're approaching giving in a different way. Giving not only the word of the United Way out, but sharing that with as many people as you can. Because a lot of times we know that people might not be able to give all the money, the finances that they would wish to a cause like this. But what they can do is learn more about the United Way, become educated about it, and then from there share stories like what Tony just did. Share experiences, be able to say, boy, I didn't know a lot about the United Way, but look at what they do. I'd love to know more, and I'd love to find a way for them to help me. So we're really going out there and going into the communities and asking people, one, what do you know about United Way? Two, what can we teach you? And three, can you then teach that and pass it forward and pass it on? We're doing that mouth to mouth. We're doing that meeting people. We're going out. We're filming stories for the news. We're putting it up on social media. We're finding all different ways this year to truly live united and connect with people. Because when it comes to community, it's all about connecting, who we connect with in all different walks of our lives. And that's what's really unique about this community is you could have everyday people and leaders and police and firefighters and the media all working together for the same mission, and that is what Live United means, and we're very excited and very honored to be doing that this year, and we look forward to being out there in the community and partnering up with all of you and continuing to make Lansing a home for us all. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Evan. And now one of our leaders in this effort here at the City Clerk Chris Swope. He's taken time away from counting. Well, you're not counting ballots yet, right? You're still handing out. You're still handing out ballots. Yeah. So we're excited about the election and pleased that you could take a moment to join us in this important campaign.
Well, thank you for that, and I'm glad to be here, and I do think it's an important thing, and I wanted to take some time out and be able to participate in this. I want to focus on our city campaign that we're having here among our city employees and workers. We're going to spend 4 weeks on our campaign, so until November 30th is going to be our thrust, and we're going to have 4 different raffles, so those who give will have an opportunity to receive just a little perk for that. We're going to have exciting prizes from our local businesses and a grand prize of a flat screen TV, so that's pretty exciting. And we're also going to have some special prizes set aside just for the new donors, so we really want to expand participation. Throughout the campaign, we're going to have little meetings like this where we get representatives of local charities in to tell us about some of the services that they provide to our city residents so that people who are giving will have a better understanding of where their dollars go and how important it is for us to maximize the number of people giving in the amount that we give. So again, we're not going to have a flat dollar goal this year. Our goal is to increase overall participation, whether it's just a couple bucks or a few bucks, or as the mayor said earlier, no donation is too large. So I know we can succeed in getting a strong participation from our city employees.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. So we have Teresa Kometz here, who runs the outfit, the United Way of, what is it, Greater Lansing? I know it's, Capital Area United Way. Teresa, do you want to introduce the video and anything else you want to say?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you to the employees of the City of Lansing. You have been consistent supporters of the United Way and of making sure that this is a strong community for residents and workers. So thank you for your commitment to do that. And to all of you, thank you so much. This year's video was produced by Life in Lansing, and we're quite pleased to bring you today really a vision of where our community is and a vision of where our community can be. So
Well, Teresa, thank you for sharing that and helping to put a human face on the issues that we face. It's a human face on the need, but also on what we can do and how we can change lives when we choose to make a difference. And there's so many ways to do that in a positive way. as I say, for those at home, you don't have to worry about if you want to give to a specific agency, you can designate that. But if you're not sure, then you can just give to the United Way, and they will divvy up those funds in the way that they feel is appropriate to address the needs that are out there. And that's generally how my wife and I do it. We give the amount that we're going to give, we give all of it to the United Way and let them distribute it where it's needed. But if you have favorite agencies, I think you still have where they can designate that, right? So the important thing is to be involved and to participate. I really appreciate that we have come together. We are united here. The saying is, live united, and we're going to make this campaign successful in a united way. I appreciate all of our representatives from labor who we mentioned. Is there anybody who would like to add a few words before we close it out? Kitty?
I'm Kitty Lipsky. I work for the City of Lansing, but I'm also a board member for Capital Area United Way. And I see every day exactly how these dollars are spent. We're extremely careful with it, and believe me, we look at every line item. What I know is that every dollar spent really makes a difference. And Living United is more than just getting the money and spending it. It's seeing how it helps our community, and knowing that people are going to live a better life because of your generosity. Thank you.
Thank you for taking your time and energy to make our community a better place to live. We look forward to working with you over this next year to make our community stronger for everyone. Thanks again, and have a great week.